Hello everyone, welcome to this third video of Linux operating system playlist. In this video, I will cover more commands in Linux operating system. So in previous video, I have taught that I have taught you guys that how you can create new directories and new files, and how you can use Nano Editor as well as VI Editor, remove those files and remove those directories. Now in this video, I will cover some more commands, starting with the first command. Its name is file. Okay, its name is file. So firstly, you have to go to your root directory to access all the permissions which you have got it as used as a root user. But if you still want to be present at dollar prompt as a normal user, you can, but at some times you have to use sudo command, and then you have to write your password respectively at such cases. So I am in my root user account. This is hash prompt. Now I'll use file. This is the first command. It is file. What is file? File is a command which is used to check that a particular directory or file extension. Okay, so file, previously I have created many directories, so let me switch to my username. So list ls, you can see that 1p ptist, file 1, file 2, file 3, these all the directories. So we know that this is directory, but how computer knows and how other user know? Okay, it's not a verbal communication. So if we want to show them that this is directory or whatever this is, we can use file and then just write the name of the directory or file, anything which is. So the first one is 17 directory. Let's write it and enter. You can see that the name of the directory, and then what is the characteristic of this particular directory. It is a directory. Okay, similarly these all are directory. Okay, so for example, I create an text file. Okay, text file 1 dot txt. Okay, you have to write the extension. If you don't write the extension, it will count as a directory. Okay, nano text file dot txt. Enter. The text file for checking its characteristics. Control O to save. Enter and Control X. Now we have to check ls. You can see that this white mark shows that it is a text file, and all the blue are the directories. Okay, so now write file and text file dot txt. Enter. 1 second. Oh, sorry, the name is text file 1, so I have write text file 1 dot txt. Enter. Now you can see that the name of the file and then its characteristic, that is ASCII text. It will accept all the ASCII text. Okay, similarly if I write file 2, it's a directory. Okay, so using this file command, you can check the characteristic of that particular directory or file name. You can see that which type it is. Okay, is it a directory, is it a file name, is it a shell script, or whatever it is. You can check it by using file and then name of it. There are many features present in the file. For example, now I'm in my username directory. Okay, so if I want to check the file name, sorry, check the characteristic of all the files present in this my user directory, not any separate one, I can just write file and then asterisk symbol. Enter. All the directory file present in that particular user directory will be written over here, and its characteristic will be written over here. These all are directory, and this one which I created today just now is an ASCII text characteristic. Okay, another thing is you can use file slash s for special files and write the file name like text file 1 dot txt. so it will be a special file now. Okay, ASCII text. Another thing is that if you want to check all the file types in another directory but be present in an another directory, so how can you do it? For I mean to say that currently I'm in this directory, okay, and file then I use file asterisk symbol to view all the types of the file and directory present in this directory, okay, but I want to be present and this in this user directory, that is my name, and check all the permissions, sorry, all the characteristic of files and directory present in another directory, for example this one. Okay, so how I can do it? So for doing this, I have to write file, then first one is I have to write the file and then the directory which I want to check. Okay, so I want to check this directory, so I will go to this home Harsh Raj Verma. I'm currently present over this directory, but still I want to write this directory 17 directory and just enter. Now in this 17 directory, if I switch, you can see that there is only one directory and one text file. Sorry, not a text file, it is just a file because the extension is not mentioned like .txt or anything else. But what this command does is that this command checks this directory which is present at the last of the path name, that is 17 directory, and check whether it is a directory or a file. So for checking another thing, like in this 17 directory there is 17 directory 1 and sample. So for example I want to check, I go again into my user directory. Now I want to check in home Harsh Verma 17 directory and then sample. What is sample present here? Okay, you can see that it's an ASCII text. Similarly, if I write 17 directory 1, what is it? It is a directory. Okay, so in this manner you can check the characteristic of a particular directory or a file being present on another path and check that particular files or directory present in the another path. Both will be a different location. Okay, so this is all about the file. So here you can see that the game which we gonna play in different paths. So you might ask a question in with me or within yourself, that how you can copy or move a file present in a different directories. Okay, there are many directories like 17 directory. In this 17 directory there are many subdirectories and many files, and there is this directory and another directory. For example, if I want to move a file name as sample from 17 directory to permission directory, what I will gonna do? So for that we have a command name as mv, that is full from move. We have to use mv and then the name of the file. So I want to move this file sample, but before that we must present at this location, okay, in 17 directory in the parent, in the parent directory. Okay, after we can move it. So we have to first go to 17 directory and then ls. You can see sample is present. Now mv sample and the location where we want to move it, and the location where I want to move it is home Raj Verma and permission directory. Okay, no, I don't want here. I can, but I will do another thing in this particular directory. I want to move it here, vp test. Okay, vp test. Now if I check it, now you can see that the sample is moved means it will be located here and it will be erased from here. Okay, if I now go to my vp test, then you can see that the sample is now present over here. Okay, similarly, if you want to copy, the main difference between move and copy is that in move the file will be moved from a source location to the destination location, but in copy the file will be cloned from the main location to the destination location. A copy will be made, but the original file will not be changed. Okay, so now I want to copy it. For copy I want to use sorry, for copy I will use cp. The full form of cp is copy cp, and the name of the file I want to copy sample, and the destination file and the destination path where we want to copy it. So I want to copy it in my 17 directory. So I will write slash home username, and then the directory where I want to copy it, 17 directory. Okay, now enter. Now if I ls, it is present because I am copying it, not moving. Now let's go to 17 directory. Let's see is it copied or not. So let's switch it in into 17 directory, and then ls. You can see that the sample is now present over here. So this is all about the mv command and the cp command. So now what if we want to convert the extension of some files into some another extension? What we can do? For doing that, we can use mv command, but instead of mv command, if there is a requirement of changing it a very large amount of files, then we have to use a command known as rename. So let's talk about that particular command. The extension of the rename command is this, where this is known as pcre, that is perl compatible regular expression. Okay, so firstly we have to use rename, then the old name, that is the extension, old name of the extension, and the new name, and the files which we want to change. Okay, so let's see here. Here we can see that these files are already present with .txt extension. These all are text file. Now we have to convert it to PDF. So we use rename, then .txt, okay, and then .pdf. You can see that .txt and then .pdf. By using this, we can, and at last we have to use .txt, so that the terminal can understand that all the files in this directory with an extension of .txt will be changed to .pdf. Okay, so old one is .txt, new one is .pdf, and this is for the identification that which files will be changed into .pdf extension. So this was about changing the extension of the files. But if we want to change the name of the file which are at common, for example, you can see that file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, sorry, file 1, file 3, file 5, file 7, file 9, yeah, these all are present at the first line or the second line. We see that the common name is file, and we now want to change that particular file into document because it is now a PDF. So PDF will be a document. So for doing that, we can just change here the extension. The old name and new name will be will now be changed from the extensions to the file names, and at last we have to name the file. So here you can see that rename, then file, and then the file will be changed to document and .pdf. So all the, this is the identification. So all the files which are now present at the extension of .pdf, so all these files which is already present in .pdf extension, later previously it was .txt. So previously we use .txt as identification, but now it is not .pdf. So we use .pdf extension, and the file name will be changed from the file to document, and then we run, and you can see that all the places where file is written, now it is document. Okay, so this is all about rename. Rename and check changes before running the command. If we use rename n, here just we have to use -n, so it will check all the changes before the running the command. Rename v to print the output. For example, we want to change the name from lowercase to uppercase. Here we can see that the file all here file are lowercase, and now we want to convert it from lowercase to uppercase. So for doing that, we can use rename az to a minus z. The previous one will be first. It is now currently in lowercase, so we use a to z in lowercase, and if it is currently present in uppercase, so we'll use capital A to Z. Okay, and rename f forcefully overwrite existing files. So let's go to Ubuntu and practice each and every one. But before that, let me create a new directory where I will create new files so that the changes will be visible to you all. So first of all, I will create a new directory name as rename practice. You can see that now rename practice is visible. Now I will change to rename practice. Now I will create 5 empty text files. So text1 dot txt, text2 dot txt, text3 dot txt, text4 dot txt, text5 dot txt. Wait, these all are created already. I will create one more, text5 dot txt. Sorry, text5 dot txt. Now 5 text files are created. Now I will use rename command. So now let's use the rename command. Rename, make sure that you have installed the rename. If you haven't installed rename, use apt install rename, or if you are not in your root directory, just add sudo at the starting rename. And after rename, start the expression with a single apostrophe s, and then use s, then this, and then write the old extension, that is txt. Currently extension is txt, and that currently extension txt, and after that for extensions we have to use dollar prompt, and then use again this, and now write new extension which you want to convert it, and then write slash, then close the extension, and now write the identifier. This star means that all the files present in txt extension as an identifier will be changed to dot pdf. Okay, and then enter. Now ls, you can see that all the files with the extension .txt has been converted to .pdf. Now let's convert the name of text to document because it's not pdf. Okay, again use rename s dot not sorry not dot, it's not an extension. Currently the name is text, then we have to use dollar prompt, sorry not prompt, we have to use dollar symbol only for changing the extension. If it is not for the extension, just for the name, we don't use dollar symbol. Text, and then new name that we want to change it from text, that is document, and then slash, close the expression, and write the identifier as star, and the common identifier here is all the extension is now .pdf, right? So just write .pdf and enter. Sorry, we don't need to use this two slash. We just need to use just one slash for changing the name, but for changing extension we use these two slashes. Okay, for changing the name we just use one slash s, one slash text, old identifier like text, we want to change it text to document. Now text document, expression closed, identifier written, that is .pdf, and enter. Now ls, you can see that all the text has been replaced by document. So this was all about the rename command. But one thing I want to tell you all, that if you want to check all the commands which you have used till now, then you can just write history in your terminal, and all these commands will be written in a sequentially manner which you have used currently right now. History, and you can see that till 276 commands I have used till now in this Ubuntu system, including the history command. Okay, to clear all the things in the terminal, you can use clear clear command. Okay.